Yo, what's up, LA Sparks fans? We are back in the building. That's right, LA Sparks Weekly is here for another big one, DJ. We're going to be saying that the rest of the way.
The rest of the season. The show is a big one at this point.
Show is a big one. Game is a big one. But the team, after 5 days off, they haven't played since the 20th. They are back in the building with a nice matchup, tough matchup, a great matchup against the Phoenix Mercury, who are stacked, DJ. How excited are you for this game? Because the Sparks sit a game out of the 8th spot. They have 9 games remaining where a lot of teams only have 6 or 7. So if they take care of business, they can for sure secure their spot in the playoffs. How big is this one tonight, and how excited are you for it?
Michael, this is what dreams are made of.
Yeah.
I mean, literally sleeping before Christmas night on Christmas Eve, ready for that big present.
Yep.
We've been talking a lot about this. The last time we played the Phoenix Mercury, we were 2-6.
Jeez.
We both had different teams. DeWanna Bonner was not over there. Cameron Brink was not back here. So this is a fresh matchup against 2 teams who are playing exceptionally well offensively and defensively against some matchups. So I'm excited to see how the Sparks are going to play because we haven't seen this matchup yet this season.
Yeah, it's like a brand new matchup, and even Coach Lynn Roberts in the pregame presser was like, "Hey, it's brand new," so she's excited because she knows what it means. But for me, it's all about starting off fast. Last time we were in here, it took Kelsey Plum making a buzzer beater shot that had us going crazy, but they started so slow in that game and had to make a comeback. You don't want to do that against the Phoenix Mercury and these vets. So I'm hoping to see them start off fast. Coach was like, "Hey, what are you playing for if you can't start off early and try to get it going?" What do you think the team needs to do to start off fast in this game tonight?
I really hope everybody ate their Wheaties. Everybody needs to be really mad and come out aggressive. It seems like when the Sparks are the underdog, we play better. So I'm hoping they looked out on the internet and saw how much the media was discounting them. I hope they got on Yahoo Sports where I was in the comments going hard for the Sparks and they said that we had no playoff chances. I'm really hoping that the Sparks come with a chip on their shoulder and play like the players that we know that they are. So that's what I'm hoping to see. I'm hoping Rickea Jackson come out here and do her thing. You know, she got her hair done. She got a new set. She got the clip in. Kelsey Plum is out here doing the thing. I saw Ray had on the jaws. So we got new shoes, feeling good, looking good. I'm hoping these girls play just like that.
And I'm hoping, like you said, you mentioned Rickea, this whole team needs to be in a villain era. If you've been watching the show, you know that DJ is saying that's what she sees from Rickea, and we need that. In the last game, Rickea played really well, 25 points. She seems like she's the tone setter early on for the squad. What do you hope to see tonight from Rickea to kind of get the team going if it's needed?
I want to see Rickea play very physical. And the reason being is because we're going against the Phoenix Mercury. We're talking about Alyssa Thomas. We're talking about DeWanna Bonner. Satou, Kahleah Copper. These players are going to play like they are outside on the court and playing a pickup game. They're going to play physical as if they were calling their own fouls, and I need Rickea Jackson to pull that inner Detroit out of her. I need her to bring it on over here to the West Coast and show them how they play, as well as Kelsey Plum. Right? Kelsey Plum.
You good.
Kelsey Plum has been a huge piece of our offense and defense. But Julie Aleman has also been keeping that pace. So we want Rickea to be really the aggressive person here physically, but the rest of the team should operate hands off.
And you know, you hope to see Rickea, whenever she's talking smack out there, like you said, that Detroit come out, it takes her game to another level, and it makes her team like, hey, if she in people's face, and that's the beauty and the beast, we need to be in people's faces as well. But the same way that the photographer blocked the camera, it's going to take some shot blocks and some really good defense tonight for the Sparks. So all eyes is going to be on that front court. Azare, De'Erica, Cameron Brink as they deal with AT. What are some things you will hope to see other than just physicality that can help them slow down AT? Because she can score, she can rebound it, and she can set people up for easy baskets.
I think the Sparks need to forget about AT. There's no stopping AT. Her nickname is the engine. It keeps running. We don't know why the engine keeps running. We can't reverse engineer.
What type of gas she got?
Just let her run. Let her keep running, okay? The rest of the team, though, we can do things. You can stop Sami Whitcomb from shooting us lights out on the three-point range. You can stop DeWanna Bonner from getting that excellent positioning that she always has in the paint and taking it there. You can stop Satou from being a unicorn just a little bit, not too much, but their big three is really who we need to focus on. If we just take the pressure off stopping Alyssa Thomas and focus on Satou and Kahleah Copper, I think we can stifle their offense just enough to get the win. But mark my word, this is going to be a very close game.
No, yeah.
I'm talking within 5 points.
Hey, it's going to be a playoff atmosphere in this building. As much as we talk about defense and all the media talk about defense, we need that offense to continue to ball out. They scored 81, which was just enough to win.
Just enough.
We want them to get back up in the 90s. Yeah, get to them 90s, them 100, because it is going to be needed for this game. We're excited, man. If you can feel this energy from the players, how serious they are, you know what I'm saying? We were able to talk to Cameron Brink. She knows how important a game like this is. And Coach Roberts said these girls are ready to go.
Yep.
They had 3 days of practice, which they ain't had in a long time. So I expect to see some great basketball from Los Angeles. Before we go, as usual, DJ, we got to choose that player that we feel that's going to help give the Sparks the edge. Who is that player for you tonight that's going to help the Sparks win this game?
That player for me, Michael, was just standing 4 feet behind us. That's Azarae Z. Stevens.
Ooh,
the reason being, we didn't mention her name one time, and they not mentioning her either, which means she about to come in there from that scouting report, hit those 3-pointers effortlessly. Let's not forget, Azarae can block shots. She is huge in the rankings right now for most improved player. So while we're talking about all of our stars, our Rakia Jacksons, our De'Erica Hambys, we just talked to Cameron Brink. Let's not forget, Azarae is sitting back there like the silent assassin she is. I'm hoping she scores at least 18 and 10 today.
Hey, that's what the team is going to need. And I'm going to stick it there, you know, with the front court, because, of course, you need the backcourt to play. You need Julie Alamon, Rakia, Julie Van Loo when she get in, Ray Burrell to do some great things. But the front court is so important in this matchup dealing with Satou and AT. So I'm going to go with emergency contact, baby. De'Erica Hamby, I expect for her to come out and match that double-double with Azarae and play a really big game, because she is going to be needed. No matter, I love KP, I love Cam, but right now De'Erica Hamby is the heart and soul of this team, and she has to play well for this team to be successful. So it's going to be a big one. It's some fun times, but we got some bonus stuff for you. We were able to talk to Julie Alamon, get a couple questions in, so you guys have a chance to check that out. She's fun, man.
She's so fun. I love her.
She's fun, a hooper, and she realizes I'm the point guard. I got to get the show going, and it was great to talk to her. So make sure y'all check that out and be back with us for the post game. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a great one. So I hope y'all ready for it. Michael Matthew, DJ Treasy Trees at Sparks Weekly, baby.
Interesting thing is they're a different team. You know, Ka didn't play when we played them. AT didn't play here. Bonner wasn't with them yet. And then the flip side of that is we didn't have Ray or Cam. Rakia didn't play the last time we played them. Julie Allman. So like it's 2 different teams than we were. So that part's kind of nice at this point in the season. Play somebody a little bit different. But they're good. They're loaded. They've got a lot of experience. They play a similar style in terms of, you know, a lot of threes, try to get out in transition, so it should be a good game.
Thank you.
Yep.
Edwin.
Coach Cameron Brink played season high 19 minutes the previous game. Can you give us an update on her minutes restriction if she still has one?
Brink?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I haven't checked in with them today, but she, like, are you looking for the minute restriction number?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is right now. But it's not a full, she's not cleared to play full game yet. I do know that. So it's probably like the 25-minute range would be my guess. But I need to find out. I got a couple hours.
Hey, Coach. On the subject of Cam, I know we've talked a lot about defense in general with him, but with her, what unique ways does she allow you to explore defensively? Because in talking with her, she said she's gotten very comfortable, for instance, playing up to touch. But in college, she said she played a lot of drop and zone. What does she kind of allow you guys to do that maybe other players aren't able to do what she can?
Well, again, it's just the mentality, like, for opposing players and coaches. You know, when she's in there, you're gonna have to adjust. But it does allow us to be a little more, you know, whether it's going zone, having her just kind of all time in there. You know, we've had some practice days where we can look at that a little bit, but also, you know, allows you to be more aggressive with your ball pressure, knowing you've got a great shot blocker back there. She just has great instincts and understands when somebody's beat. her charge is going to be moving forward in her career is to be that enforcer without fouling, right? And that's just a skill you learn. She got away with some things in college. I can speak to that personally. But it's going to be harder at the pro level. But she just adds another, just versatility in that center spot defensively.
Coach, Mike Cameron here, LA Sparks Weekly. Last time you guys were here, started off kind of slow. Went down 9-0 and had to come back early. You get these days off. How do you keep the team from having another slow start because of the rest that they have?
Well, I think that's up to them. I really do. I think at this point in the season, with what we're playing for, if you're coming out flat, then there's not much I can do for you. These days, we had the first 2 days off. This stretch was a gift in terms of getting people healthy and rest, because we have quite a stretch now, right? We have 9 games left. A lot of teams have 7, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to be, it's going to be game off, game off, game off. Like, it's down the stretch with a back-to-back in there and travel and all the things. So we really emphasized getting them healthy, mentally, physically, getting some rest. But we've had 3 good days of practice and actually got to work on things that we hadn't had time to work on, which was, for me, it was awesome. But the ball gets thrown in the air. If they're not ready to play, there's not much I can do. I mean, I can call timeout, but sometimes too, in those situations, I like to let them figure it out and not bail them out or not make it seem like we need to panic. Sometimes you just gotta play through it, and if I panic, they panic. So like that game, I didn't call timeout, that was intentional. Just keep going, and it turned out.
Hi Coach, Cara Alexander with the LA Times. Can you talk about what the plan of attack is tonight offensively and defensively to secure the win?
Yeah, I mean defensively, we've got to, this team, AT is the head of the snake, and she is tough. She's a tough guard. She's, as I've said, I think pound for pound maybe the strongest player in the league. Incredible passer. But Phoenix is really, really good when she is able to assist, right? When she's able to really throw dimes and create for her teammates. So we've got to do a good job containing that. Transition defense, they get out and run just like us. I think for us offensively, it's going to come down to pace and the ability to execute. If it's late August, no one's putting in new stuff. You just have to be able to execute. The other team you're playing, they know what you're running to. You got to execute it with intensity and intention. I think that's what it is.
Coach, you mentioned the 3 days that you got to work with the squad. How much of that was heavily focused on defense and at this point of the season, making sure that turns into results?
Yeah, we did some defense. We did. But I also think, this is, at this point in the season, teams are who they are, right? You are who you are. You're not going to change your identity at the end of August. And so yes, we worked on rotations and we did some stuff, but I want our guys to lean into what they know they're good at. And I think confidence is super powerful, and especially as you're coming into these must-win games, focus on what you're good at and be elite at it, be great at it. And I think our team has a lot of confidence offensively. They know we can put up points. Yes, we got to, make sure we're clean on defense and following the game plan and all those things, but I'm trying to pump them up about here's why we're good, and focus on that. Dive into that. Don't think about what we're not good at. Let me worry about that in the off season and the training camp.
Let's go to Zoom. Andrew Jones.
Thanks, Josh. As always, Coach, so I ask you, considering the first 2 times you played against the Mercury, completely different teams that you've had, and now having a team that's fully healthy, and how, just like the Valkyries, they don't want to take mid-range twos, how they prioritize 3-point line and then driving to the rim and getting twos. Just the challenges of trying to get them to take those uncomfortable shots and having to pick Alyssa Thomas and either be a scorer or playmaker, just the challenges of how they run their sets, the Mercury.
Yeah, it's a similar philosophy in that they want to get to the rim or they want to shoot kick-out threes. Those are the best points per shot attempt shots in basketball. So they're the same thing. So we've got to be really careful not to bite and overhelp. And we've got to be, Alyssa, AT is going to do her thing, and you're not going to hold her to 0. But, a long contested 2 is much better than a kick out 3. So defensively, that's kind of our approach.
Jackie, last question.
Jackie Ray TV. Obviously in practice, I think we're back to talking about defense though, but talking about some of the new schemes you were trying this week in practice. Natasha Mack, when she's on the floor, their shooting percentage goes up by 4%. Have you thought about the impact that she has and if you created a defensive scheme around her?
Yeah, I mean, she's not one that gets a lot of ink and attention, but she really adds value to their team. And her ability to create second opportunities for their team. Defensively, she's a great shot blocker. She does a lot of things reboundings and blocks, they show up in the stats, but she does a lot of things for them that make them really tough. Yeah. And so I think she's kind of their linchpin kind of player where when she's grabbing those boards and being a defensive presence, and she can score too. Yeah. They're pretty tough to beat. Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you. I'll see you after.
That was a good question.
Michael Matthew here of LA Sparks Weekly, and look who I got with me, the superstar herself, Cameron Brink. So Cam, you've been back for, it feels like a while now. Just how are you feeling physically? How are you feeling mentally as well with your return?
Yeah, I feel great. It's definitely been a process, but I just take every day as a new challenge and just try to have the best attitude possible.
So with you being back, with this team in general, just the camaraderie seems so great on the court, off the court. Just how much has that helped you guys with the way that you've been able to play here down the stretch?
I mean, it's everything. We have great chemistry. We have some really amazing veterans, and Dearica, Kelsey, Azure, Emma, like the list goes on and on. So we're really lucky to have such a good group, and we just love playing with each other.
And when it comes to your game individually, you like to put pressure on yourself offensively, and we all know the talent. We've seen it, so we know that's going to come. But just how big of an anchor have you been defensively, you feel, and in what places can you get better to help the group down the stretch?
Yeah, I think defensively, I just try to make my presence known. If I'm not blocking shots, I just try to alter shots. So I think I can help in that sense, and then I just try to be an energy off of the bench. I think continuing just to find my spots on offense, set good screens, make extra passes when needed, but just really trying to play into my role well. And
you guys are coming off of a 5-day break, and now you're coming back to play this big-time matchup against the Phoenix Mercury. How do you come out with fight early on, to help pick up this big-time win, which Coach has said every game here on out is a must-win? How do you take advantage of that, even though you guys had a break?
Yeah, I mean, we had a long break, which is honestly super nice.
Yeah.
The season's been grueling for everybody. We just need to come out with some fire. I mean, we have home advantage. We've been playing really well at crypto. So, we just can't play sleepy. We just got to be on it tonight.
And then my final question, for Cameron Brink, what does Cameron Brink do to unwind after a tough game?
I just, I'm huge on my village, so just leaning on my people. Whenever I come out after a game, my whole tribe is out there. So, shout out to my family and everybody.
Hey, LA Sparks Weekly fans, Cameron Brink, make sure you guys check out her play. She is going to catch fire, I promise you. So I hope you guys are ready.
First up the bench of Ball, 5'8" guard, number 20, Julie Allen. 6'2" forward from Tennessee, number 2, in the middle from UConn, 6'6" center, number 23, Azure 5'8" guard from Washington, number 10, K.P. Kelsey and 6'3" forward from Wake Forest, wearing number 5, DeWanna The head coach of your Sparks is Lynn Roberts. Assistant coaches Zach Bunsick, Mike Neighbors, and Danielle Robinson, with head athletic trainer Carissa Shearer. All right, fans.
LA Sparks fans, I know it was a tough one tonight, but there's more games to be played. As the Sparks fall 92-84 against the Phoenix Mercury, and we talked about it before the game. We knew a lot of things had to go right for them to win, and it just didn't happen. AT, I'm going to talk about her later, but she a lot. She a lot to deal with now. I call Asia Wilson Debo. Who's bigger than Debo? We got to figure out who that. Yeah, we got to figure out who that is, because that's what AT was tonight.
Yeah.
But they take advantage of the Sparks, attacking them inside. And then Sami Whitcomb, you mentioned her before the game.
She got two modes, on and off.
Yeah.
Ain't no middle.
Tonight, that on was on, knocking down 5 threes, 17 points. They just outplayed the Sparks, and it led to this victory tonight. DJ, what's your thoughts about it?
You know, I see why Rickea Jackson is in her villain era, because I just officially entered mine.
Okay.
The toxic positivity is over. I'm just toxic, because that game was hard to sit through, Mike Hale.
Okay.
I mean, and I'm not blaming nobody. Okay. Again, I'm a fan. I'm a fan's fan. Okay. The top fan, if you will. Them calls wasn't calling.
Them zebras.
This wasn't even making no sense. It was hard to watch. I watch all of the WNBA games on my league pass. I watch them in replay. This game was the hardest game to understand what was happening. And sometimes the whistle would blow, and I didn't even know what the call was. She wasn't here. She wasn't there. We had 4 challenges. All of them were successful.
Their first 2 defensive 3 seconds I've seen this entire year from the Sparks, so that was crazy to see. And I know that it's tough for the refs, because it's getting to that time
I don't
of the
feel bad for
season.
them. They don't feel bad for us.
But for them, they're trying to figure out, like, do we call a lot of fouls, or do we let them play? Like, they're trying to find that balance into what's allowed and what's not. And when you ain't really blowing the whistle, Alyssa Thomas looks at that and says, oh, yeah, this is what we doing? And she going to take over the game, because no one wants to really get close to her.
Yeah.
She's too physically strong. And the fact that she can go and score 12 points, get you 15 assists and 15 rebounds, she's dominating every aspect of the game. And though someone like De'Erica was able to score 25 tonight, it just wasn't enough.
I can feel you on the AT, Mike Hale, because she, again, at the beginning of the show, I said there's nothing you can do to stop Alyssa Thomas because she is the engine. The engine going to keep going. I said that verbatim. My problem is every time the ball is a tie-up or 2 people maybe are in close vicinity of the ball, everything is a jump ball. I've never seen so many jump balls in my life since Biddy Ball YMCA 1996. To be honest, if you watch an NBA game, How many times you seen Steph Curry get trampled over and rolled all over on the ground? It just never happens, yo.
Yeah.
Like, we're worried about player safety, and that's my biggest concern and why I'm so heated. So, LA Sparks Weekly, you getting a whole different version of me today because it was just
villain era.
It's maddening to watch the game, and you're hearing. We sit so close, we can hear people get slapped. You hear the slap, no foul. The ball is gone. Everybody's wrestling for it. We're all over. KP's underneath the thing. It's just too much.
We just talked to coach, and we said they need to get you on there just so you can tackle the
job.
refs.
I need the
just
job.
So you can tackle the refs.
Period.
But, you know, it came down to the three-point shooting. The Sparks struggled, 7 for 24 from 3, so they couldn't really get it going there. I told you, whenever Azare doesn't really get it going,
and that was my player.
It makes it tougher because they need those 4 scores to score in double figures, and I believe she was at like 5 tonight.
5 or 7. Yep.
And had her issue. So she has to pick it up because there's been a couple games where she hasn't been looking like that player that we've been screaming most improved player. She has had her issues, so she has to be much better. But it was just one of those games that you got to give the Mercury their props. They came and took it. They played hard. Satou put together a good game.
I was
DeWanna
a Satou
Bonner,
fan before this.
I'm
not even a Satou fan no more.
No more?
I'm done. After this, watching this game, I ain't no fan.
I'm more mad at the fact that they allowed them to go get a DeWanna Bonner to add to their team. Somebody should have blocked that.
And especially because they together. How you let Bay come to the team? That don't make no sense. They live together. They link up. You know they got some kind of mental simpatico. They talking to each other.
Going home talking X's and O's.
Right.
They supposed to be living their
They done beat us and they about to walk out the arena with their hands holding. That's just too much. But also too, Michael, I want to say, if we, I'm gonna give a little bit of my 2 cents about the game.
Okay.
The Sparks did miss some easy shots around the basket that I wish we could get back.
Yes.
A lot of those quick layups were because of DeWanna Bonner, her huge presence in the post, Mac post, her post presence. The shots were just altered, so they weren't as easy to make. And some of these high quality shots that we usually sink, we just weren't hitting tonight.
Yeah, and you know it's a Mercury team, like Coach said in the presser that you guys are going to check out. It was just, hey, they got something to play for too. They showed up. They went to work where the Sparks kind of started slow. I expected that a little bit coming off of this 5-day break, and it showed. So, you know, they're just going to figure it out. But don't just listen to us. We got De'Erica kinda. She was there. I don't even know she really talked.
She have a lot to say like me.
Yeah, we got De'Erica. We got Azare Stevens, and of course, Coach Lynn Roberts with the post-game presser. Check them out.
Kick some ass.
Michael Matthew, LA Sparks Weekly coach for you. They were able to get Sami Whitcomb going. And, you know, you talked earlier about trying to take away AT and the passing lanes for her to be able to find these spots, and it was able to help get Sami going. What were some things that you saw that was successful for them to get her like these open shots?
Well, they run good stuff that you know, they have some serious length when they go with that lineup with Bonner, and so you don't want to switch a back screen from Whitcomb to Bonner, and then, you know, Julie or KP ends up on Bonner. So we're trying to fight through, and we just didn't do a very good job. And you know, maybe we didn't, you know, I didn't prepare him enough for that action.
John W. Davis with the Southern California News Group. What do you make of the team's overall execution in this game?
It seemed a little rushed. You know, we did a good job forcing some turnovers, getting some steals, and then we kind of turned it right back over, maybe trying to play too fast. In the half court, it was okay. You know, we didn't shoot great from 3. I mean, I think that's where the difference in the game is. They went 11 for 25, we went 7 for 24. Everything else about the same. And, you know, shooting percentage, I've always said, is a direct correlation of shot quality, so maybe we weren't getting the best looks, but I do feel like we typically shoot it better. And, you know, there's going to be games like that.
Hey Coach, DJ from Infinity TV. This can be for coach or for players. The WNBA is notoriously known for being a very physical league, but tonight seemed a little bit different. From the players' take or from the coaching state, is that because the playoffs is coming, or was today's game just kind of an outlier for being a little bit more physical than we were used to seeing?
It was physical. It was. And I think those are probably really hard games to officiate. But yeah, and I'm sure it is because playoffs are coming and people are, like, we're scrapping for our lives and they're playing hard. You know, we're all playing for something, and the intensity's up, and these guys are pros and they have pride in how they play, and I think that's what you see.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Coach Rakia went down for a moment there, appeared to grab the lower part of her leg and then went back and came back. Can you talk to us a little about what happened there and any updates on her status?
Yeah, you know, I am proud of her for trying to go back in, but I can tell she was just laboring a little bit, and we've got a big stretch coming in, and so it's not fair to her to keep her through, but I actually haven't talked to the medical team. I think it's an ankle, something around the shoe area, I don't know. But, you know, she's tough. She's tough, and I have a feeling she'll be fine by the time Friday 7 p.m. comes around.
This is for DeErica or Azure. You guys had 5 days off. Was there like a sluggish or like a little bit of rust to work off early in the game when you have that many days off in a row?
I mean, yeah, a little sense of that. We haven't been here for 5 days, like you said, so a little bit. But I mean, I think in the second half we were able to kind of get back into the rhythm, and I think where it hurt us the most was just transition for them. They got a lot of points in the first half, but in the second half we were able to clean that up.
Hey Coach, Jackie TV. You had mentioned it's a difficult game to officiate when it's being played this physical. However, watching it, it looked like there was a lot of things that just simply weren't called. How do you make sure that everybody doesn't get frustrated by that when the calls just aren't going your way?
Yeah, and I probably could have done a better job at that too. But I'm gonna fight for the group and for the players. It is what it is. Just like 5 days off, like we've got to compete. I'm not gonna look for anything where we can say like, oh, it's because we had 5. Like, no, it's a positive that we had 5 days off. We got to rest, we got to recover, we got to practice. It's on us to start the game better. Same thing with the officiating. If it's called like that, then we've got to adjust. It is what it is. I'm not gonna ever sit up here and blame something that's out of our control. Like we can control what we can control, how we start the game, how we handle it, and that's it. Like no one cares. No one feels sorry for us. So we got to just muscle up and be mentally tough to handle it. And I lost my cool there a little bit too, but we're all competitive and we all want to win, and I won't apologize for that, but I'm not going to blame the officiating. Like, we got to fight through things and have that toughness to us.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you, guys. So we're back. We just heard from DeErica, Azure, and Coach Lynn Roberts. But they done said enough about the game. We done said enough. We ready to move on to Friday against the Indiana Fever. But we got to talk that cap, though.
Yo, all the season ticket holders, shouts out to Section 119 for being so lit, y'all. Check this little cap out. They was all there. They played the boots on the ground. They had their fans out. They was doing their thing. So if you have not been to a Sparks game here in the Crypto.com arena yet, you have 4 chances left. Get them tickets. You don't want to miss out. We got all kind of cool stuff happening. So I was mad, but I got me a hat after the game, so I'm cool.
Hey, facts. So we having some fun somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
Because, we might each have to take a couple shots to end this night.
For sure.
But before we get out of here, of course, the Sparks prepare for Friday against the Indiana Fever. Even this game today, of course, you wanted to win it, I felt, but it was kind of a wash because you play against the Fever, you play against the Seattle Storm, the 2 teams that sit in front of you right now, other than the Valkyries, who, they're done playing. But if you could take care of business Friday, take care of business, then when they see the Seattle Storm, that will put them in a good place to possibly get into these playoffs. But it's just a tough one tonight, and you just take it on the chin. It's not like they played terribly bad. They only lost by 8 points, but the little things you have to fix to make you a winner, and knocking down these shots and making these layups can help do that.
And rewinding to when we had 10 games left, remember I said we only had to win 8 of the 10.
Yeah.
So this is one of the 2 losses.
Yeah, and I felt even in the last 9, you win 6. You
said
3.
less, yeah.
Yeah, so if you got 1 loss, now you got to try to win 6 of these next 8 games and you can get into the playoffs. So we're going to see what happens. Player of the game, you got a player of the game for us?
I'm giving it to Mama D.
Okay.
Hey, she reliable. She got out there and was
Mercy
fouling
contact,
back.
baby.
Hello?
Yeah.
I like a good foul. When people are fouling you back, of course. I'm not in any way, shape, or form saying break the rules. But De'Erica Hamby has done her thing.
Yep.
She held it down. In the face of trials and tribulations, she is always going to show up for you. So I'm going with Mama D.
Hey, get well to Rakia.
For
Rakia
sure.
Jackson, she started well, went down there in the 3rd quarter. They said it could be an ankle or a foot. Hopefully she's good to go, but I do expect to see her on Friday. But I'm going to stick with Mama D. Emergency contact. She comes and she goes to work, and she helped them stay in this game as long as they could. They needed sooner bursts from Kelsey Plum. She finished with 18, but they needed something sooner. They couldn't get it. Rakia goes down. Azare couldn't really get going, so it made it tough. But she gave everything that she could, and that kept them in this game. So, hey, remember, back here Friday, tell everybody. I don't know if Caitlin Clark is going to play or not.
Nope, probably not, but we'll
it's
see.
going to be a good game because you know that Kelsey Mitchell is a problem. Aaliyah Boston is a problem. So it's going to be a big game.
Sophie out too.
It's another – Sophie's out too?
Yeah,
she's out for the
season.
year.
Yeah.
So it's going to be another of those must-win games. But we got a treat for y'all. We got some bonus content. We know you saw my interview earlier with Cameron Brink.
Oh, yeah.
But DJ was able to tap in with her and ask her some different type of questions that I know that you guys will love. So make sure y'all don't click out. Make sure you go all the way to the end there because it's going to be really dope. But from myself, Michael Matthew, and DJ Tracy Trees with LA Sparks Weekly, we see you guys Friday, baby.
What's going on, LA Sparks Weekly? You already know me as DJ Tracy Trees. I'm here with Cameron Brink. I have some questions from the fans.
Okay.
They all are saying congratulations on the engagement.
Thank you.
I was personally a DJ for 10 years. I want to know, how are you wedding planning during the season?
I'm not.
Okay.
That's the short answer. I mean, bits and pieces via venues, but I'm saving the majority of it for after season.
That's good. That's a great after-season activity. And one final question. The fans have been watching you on the podcast. How specifically has that show helped you to express yourself more, so to get to know the fans a little bit more?
Yeah, I think, as athletes, people only really see one side of us, but we're really layered people. So it was really cool for me to do that with my god sister, Sadell. And just show, all aspects of ourselves. So it's been great. I think it helps with my public speech.
Yeah.
Just being comfortable in front of cameras, but, I definitely have, room to grow there as well.
Hey, you're a natural. Y'all already see her on the camera here. LA Sparks Weekly. Stay tuned in here for more content like this.
Thank you.
Thanks, girl. Have a good game.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.